Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have on the desk AME Mousa, a bold name, a bold design and a serious proposition for all BA lovers. It's a 13 balance armature and 2 bone conduction driver each side. And you all know my soft spot towards balance armatures. So as soon as I heard about it, I tried this in CanJam. I had to try it. Is this a new thing for all BA heads? Is there a thing about BA heads? Well, let me know in comments. Or is it just another shiny Endgame toy? Let's find out. First of all, special thanks to Geek Group for providing me the unit for the review, and all the opinions are mine. First of all, AME Mousa looks like money. With its all metal shell and a very confident look, it has a solid feel in the hand. The faceplates carry an embossed emblem, both sides, and finished with almost acidic gold tone. Very bold design from AME. And this is not a small IM, so if you have small ears, you might want to demo first. For me personally, I did not find any such issue. It was a snug fit, noise isolation was very good, and I could use this IM for very long times. However, by any means, it is not a lightweight IM, and all the times it will let you know that you have something in your ears. The cable though, it's okay, however it's thin for this particular IM. I think this IM deserved a little bit more premium build. I know it's a L-Tech cable, it has very good components inside, however feel matters a lot when you're paying this much price. I use the IMs with JVC Spiral Dot Plus, and that goes a long way for its fit as well as the fullness in the sound. Now let's talk about where Mousa really comes alive, that's the sound. It's more of a V-shape IM with elevated bass shelf, warm mids and a very extended treble. However, it does not sound exactly how the graph shows because of 2 bone conduction driver as well, and at the same time it sounds slightly different, exciting, different. Let's explain the sound one by one, starting with the bass is tight control and full body, and especially the mid bass thump. Sub bass doesn't go that deep like those DD setups, however it is enough to satisfy any genre whatsoever. It has an excellent speed, the attack and decay is very precise. Overall, if I have to summarize in one sentence, is very clean, very accurate despite having enough body. I was listening to Rumble by Skrillex, and the Mousa hits with authority and speed. The mids in Mousa are lush and rich. While they keep the classic BA charm, I would say they come out a bit thick. String instruments and vocals comes out very clear, however at the same time with a touch of warmth. There's a naturalness in this whole tonality that makes you want to listen even more. So the mids comes out very rich, you just want to listen them for a very long time. However, at the same time, timbre I would say is a little bit smooth. Now in some tracks like Reaction, Dead Letter, Circus, the lower mids can get a bit thick. Drums tend to push forward and mask vocals slightly. However, the moment you switch over to something that is not very bass heavy or a lot of drums here and there, like Money by Pink Floyd, you will see the mid-range becomes very airy, pleasant and articulate. The treble here is refined, non-fatiguing and I would say detailed. You will hear the shimmer in the cymbal, but at the same time it is not going to poke into your ears. It never gets splashy, it never gets sibilant. While it's not an overcooked treble, I still feel it can use a little bit of air. That said, if you're a treble head, you might be wanting a little bit more. However, in most of the scenarios, it's a very balanced treble and that you can listen to very long listening sessions. Now let's talk a little bit about technicalities. Resolution wise, I would say it's an excellent IM that produces excellent details at the same time without sounding a little bit too analytical. It captures that musicality while creating that detail retrieval, and the texture again is very good. Soundstage is wide and immersive, the imaging is pinpoint, everything is where it should be. Dynamic range handled perfectly, at the same time atmosphere was beautifully captured, and the dynamics on this IM are very good again. There's a snap in the transient, body in the softer passages. Overall, it created a very good and immersive experience because of its technicalities. If we compare the technicalities with something like Annihilator or Armature or maybe Empire Odin's, I would say it might fall short. However, at the same time, is it an endgame technicalities? It is. For comparison, at this particular point, I do not have any other IM with this kind of specification, combination of balance armature and bone conduction driver. So I'll hold on to the comparison for this video. However, there are many other Summit 5 IMs that I'm covering this month, so I'll capture the comparison in those particular videos. Overall, I would say AME Mousa is a luxurious IM, not just in its build quality and the IM and the package, in its tuning as well. It brings you that addictive mid-range of fast bass and that smooth top end. It's not perfect by any means. Definitely, if you want something cleaner and referencey, it will not be an IM for you. At the same time, I feel cable can be improved a bit. Treble can have a little bit more refinement, and at the same time, the size can be a little bit too big for some people with small ear. So overall, I would give this IM a solid 4 stars, and this is TWX recommended. If you are looking for something that sounds rich and is top tier, this should be in your radar. Definitely demo this IM. Well, this was it for AME Mousa. Do share your thoughts in comments. Do let me know which is your favorite endgame IM, and I'll see you in the next one.